morning, everyone. Welcome to the General Secretariat of the Supreme Council for Planning and Development. More precisely, welcome to the KPPC, the Kuwait Public Policy Lecture Center. Today, we have a very special guest that flew in from Taiwan that will talk about a very hot thematic issue, artificial intelligence and technologies. The lecture today will cover the Taiwanese case study in the area of artificial intelligence. It will discuss the Taiwan Action Plan in this field and examples of its applications. The speaker will highlight an innovative idea in this area related to co-creation platform that links industry and academic. A quick background about our speaker today, Dr. Feng. Dr. Feng is the General Director of the Computational Intelligence Technology Center and ITRI, Industrial Technology Research Institute from Taiwan. Dr. Feng is a reputable academic and practitioner that has extensive knowledge in the field of artificial intelligence and R&D. Without further ado, we'll commence with a brief statement from His Excellency, the Secretary General, Dr. Khalid Mehdi, and we'll dive into the lecture that today everyone has been waiting for. Your Excellency.
شكرا أخوي فارس. بسم الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. صبحكم الله بالخير. ما راح نطول بس مجرد ان ترحيب للحضور الكريم على الاستجابة لهذه الدعوة من محاضرات مركز الكويت للسياسات العامة، وكما اعتدنا في محاضرات المركز بأن نأتي بما هو متعلق بالجديد في الموضوعات المتعلقة في السياسات العامة. ارتئينا في اختيارنا لسلسلة المحاضرات لهذا العام أن تكون مرتكزة على الأمور المتعلقة في التطوير التكنولوجي والاقتصاد المعرفي، بالإضافة إلى السياسات المتعلقة بالصحة والابتكار. اليوم المحاضرة ستكون في أمر طالما استمعنا عنه الكثير، وهو المتعلق في الذكاء الصناعي والارتفيشال انتليجنس لاعتبار ارتباطه مع الاقتصاد المبني على المعرفة. التوجه العام للخطة الإنمائية في محاورها ويرتكز على بناء الاقتصاد المعرفي knowledge economy، وأحد هذه التطبيقات فيه هو الذكاء الصناعي أو الارتفيشال انتليجنس، باختصار يعرف بالاي اي. في زياراتنا لتايوان مؤخرا التقينا في مجموعة كبيرة من الباحثين في هذه المجالات، وكان على رأسهم إتري وهو المعهد المختص في الأبحاث والتكنولوجيا، وأيضا موضوع commercialization of knowledge، وهو عبارة عن نقل المعرفة والبراءات الاختراع والأبحاث والابتكارات إلى سلع وخدمات تدخل في الدورة الاقتصادية. وكان من الأمور اللي أدهشتنا أن تايوان من خلال إتري حصلت على عدة جوائز عالمية فيما يتعلق في الابتكارات والR&D Award، وهذا أمر بالنسبة لي كان مثير للاهتمام باعتبار التطور الذي حدث في تايوان في مدة قصيرة. فارتئينا بأن يكون معنا دكتور فينغ من الإتري من المعهد المختص في التكنولوجيا في تايوان، وكان آنذاك نائب للرئيس، والظاهر احنا ويهنا خير عليه، ردينا قالوا لنا تعين مدير للمركز. فهذا الأمر يعني شجعنا بعد أكثر إلى دعوته. احنا كنا داعينا أصلا على أن يكون يحضر لنا في موضوع الذكاء الصناعي، وهو الآن معاكم باعتباره هو مدير لهذا المعهد. المعهد هذا معتبر من المعاهد التقنية المعروفة على مستوى العالم، ومعروف أيضا في الأكسلريتر وإنكيوبيتر للمشروعات الصغيرة والمتوسطة. نبي نتعرف على التجربة التايوانية ونشوف ايش كثر احنا نقدر نستفيد منها في صنع السياسات المتعلقة في الابتكار ومواضيع احتضان الأفكار وتحولها إلى منتجات تفيد الاقتصاد الوطني. أنا أستوقف هني وأترك المجال لدكتور فينغ لتقديم التجربة التايوانية للجميع وشكرا.
The Honorable Dr. Mahardi, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Li Senfeng from Yiqi, Taiwan. It's my grand pleasure to be invited by SCPD and share with you the AI and technology. I often travel to United States and Europe. It's my first time to the Middle East and Kuwait, so it's a very special experience for me. You know that Taiwanese are proud of their friendly and warm hospitality. And they treat you like a part of family. However, before I come here, I was told that the Kuwaitis people are way nicer and generous. So I'm looking forward to enjoy the visiting. Okay, and my talk will cover 3 parts. Taiwan AI Action Plan is the Taiwan government policy for AI development, and the second part is AI technology and examples from the perspective of Taiwan. I want to, after the introduction, it will give you some idea what might be the advantage applications of Kuwait. Okay, this is a major part, so I will take more time on this. And third part is a ideal cooperation platform that link industry and academia together. First of all, I want to briefly introduce Taiwan AU for you. This here is Kuwait, okay, and Taiwan is over there. It took me about 13 hours flight from Taiwan via Dubai to Kuwait. And Taiwan is known as Formosa in Portuguese, meaning beautiful island. Indeed, we have lots of special geography views and the seashores and mountains, forests, and the most important, the kind people. Taiwan is twice larger than Kuwait, and the population is about 23 million. Without any natural resources, Taiwan mainly depend on agriculture before. Since the 1970s, Taiwan government decided to develop ICT, information and communication technology industry. During these 40 years, we did a lot of right thing at the right time. And with the hardworking people, Taiwan is quick industrialization and rapid growth at the later half of the 20th century. It has been called Taiwan economic miracle. Right now, the semiconductor industry and the IC design industry are worldwide #1. And also there are lots of famous companies in personal computer and notebooks such as Acer, Asus. And Taiwan has a highest concentration rate on convenience store in any country. There are more than 10,000 stores. And you can find, if you come to Taiwan, you can find the convenience store anywhere, even in the remote mountain area. And one cool thing in Taiwan is that there are crowded of scooters. You know the scooters? You can find that the scooter come down from the bridge. We call it the scooter fall. It's at the rush hour in the Taipei city. Okay, quite a view, right? Many people ride scooters from the suburban area into Taipei city for work. I think that the self-driving car could not work in Taiwan because it will just stop over there at this moment, right? Next, I will introduce Yiqi. Yiqi is a non-profit R&D organization located at the northern side of Taiwan. The annual budget is about $700 million US, and half of the budget is subsidized by government, and the other half is from the contract services of private sectors. There are 2 research institutes in commercializing technology and described as the world-leading research institutes. One is German Fraunhofer, and the other is Taiwan, Yiqi. And Yiqi has won 39 R&D 100 awards in the past 10 years. and we played a role in transforming Taiwan's economic from labor-intensive industry to the high-tech industry. ITRI also acts as a role as a bridge to link the resources between academic and industry, as well as the local and the global community. We aim to become a world-leading think tank, providing the insight for the industry and helping them to solve problems. Our research efforts cover 6 areas. You can see in the right-hand side that electricity, information and communication, mechanical, green energy, material and chemical, and biomedical. Because we have various of the domain expert and know-how, it is straightforward and suitable for us to develop cross-disciplinary applications. It is a unique advantage of ITRI, especially in the big data and the AI era. We have integrated these 6 areas into 3 application domains: smart living, quality health, and sustainable environment. Okay. ITRI has more than 6,000 employees. 80% of them are master and PhD degrees. And to maximize the impact of our technology R&D, we are dedicated to IP development and management. So we are accumulating about more than 27,000 patents. And we are also encourage innovation and startup. Right now, we have nurtured over 270 startups, including many famous companies in semiconductors, such as TSMC, UMC. Both are leaders in the semiconductor areas. Okay. Also, there are many famous CEOs and high-level administrators in Taiwan's industry. Their experiences somehow connect to ITRI. And we provide diverse industry services such as technology transfer, IP licensing, and contract services, and help the industry to create higher values. Okay, let's talk about AI. Okay, you know that the AI grows rapidly these days. The image competition, AlphaGo, and self-driving car go reality. The ImageNet competition is a competition that the computer algorithm tries to achieve a highest accuracy in image classification. That is, if we give an image, say cat, can the computer tell it is a cat? It sounds quite simple for humans, right? But it is very difficult for computer before. I say before. In such application, the error rate of the human is about 3.5%. As AI gets smarter and smarter, the error rate of the computer agent, the error rate of the AI is from 28% down to 2.9%. So right now, the accuracy of the AI algorithm is better than human in image classification. And we already heard about Google AlphaGo, AlphaZero. These computer game continues beat 50 professional Go masters. And self-driving car, we can see self-driving car on the road all over the world. Okay, these are all the AI reality. But the experts also warn that the AI is way too much hype. Indeed, there are many startup companies claim they are AI, will reveal themselves with no fundamental behind them. However, there are also many successful AI startups. They provided vertical-oriented applications that integrate 3 key elements: the domain experts, good quality of data, and AI technology. These key 3 elements are also the criteria we are going to select our applications. Okay, the aspects of AI are very broad, not only on industry, employment structure, but also on society, culture, and ethics. many countries such as United States, Europe, and Japan, their AI policy cover these aspects. The first is developing intelligent machines such as robots, autonomous cars, smart IoT, and so forth. And the second is to encourage startups, either by venture capital or by the government policy tools. And third is to develop valuable industry applications. According to the IDC report, the main application domain of AI are financial, healthcare, retail, and manufacturing. Of course, that depend on each country's situation, the focus may be different. For example, for Taiwan, we are focused on healthcare and manufacturing. The fourth is develop the basic research on AI, such as deep learning, reinforcement learning, and general AI technology. Okay. Although Taiwan is not the pioneer in this AI big wave, we have a lot of advantage to develop AI technology and applications. For example, Taiwan's education system has brought many outstanding talent, especially in basic mathematics, science, and engineering. And also, Taiwan is an essential role of the world manufacturing ecosystem. As there are many IoT devices in the future, this will promote industry put more attention on the AI chips and edge devices, and the strong semiconductor of AI of Taiwan basis will play an important role in the future. And besides, Taiwan has plenty of manufacturing and healthcare data and suitable to develop these applications. And right now, Taiwan puts lots of resources on the AI development. This is Taiwan AI Action Plan approved by the execution unit last year. The major part is the 5 actions: AI talent programs, AI pilot projects, AI international hub, field trials, and AI industrializations. And I will explain it each by each. First is talent. Talent is the most important factor for high-tech development. Without talent, we can do nothing. Okay? Even in the Bay Area, California, the hunt for AI talent is an intensive competition among big companies. I heard that Google offered an AI PhD with annual salary about $500,000 US. It's quite a huge number. Okay? So you can imagine that the talent is very important. The AI talent programs will cultivate 1,000 elites in AI technologies and 10,000 developers in AI application, and also will providing special package to recruit the AI professionals. What is elites in AI technology? We define the AI elites as R&D engineers who are very familiar with the AI core technology such as machine learning, cloud computing, software and hardware integration, and can lead a team to develop AI technology and the solution, and with the experience with more than 2 years. Okay. And the AI application developers are defined as the talent who are understand the domain, who has the domain knowledge and can use AI tools to solve the AI problems. Okay. Right now, the Taiwan private sectors and institutes and governments are cooperating together to set up many developer training programs. Also, we have AI certification courses with the international companies such as Google, Amazon, and Microsoft. Okay. We have Academia Sinica. They launched the Taiwan AI School that focus on high-level managers to understand AI. Okay. The AI pilot project was a top-down project planned by the government. And the government encouraged private sector and research institute and academia to form a pilot team for some challenging topics. Okay. The project leader, we call the project leader of the pilot project is PI, Principal Investigator. The PI has the authority to direct the members from different organizations and to minimize the paperwork and the management overhead. These projects just audit by milestone and endpoint. Okay. The mechanism is very similar to the DARPA project of United States and the SIP project of Japan. The topics include AI chip, neuromorphic, and quantum computing. Quantum computing is a very hot topic right now. Maybe it's the most hot topic after AI. And the medical assistance, unmanned vehicles, and cyber security. Taiwan is a small country with limited resources, so we have to leverage the strengths and talents of international companies. Fortunately, just I said that Taiwan has an essential part of the world manufacturing ecosystem, and Taiwan has highly educated talent. And besides, this year's Taiwan government is devoted to build an environment of open data environment. In the past 2 years, the Open Knowledge Foundation announced that the Taiwan ranked #1 in Open Data Index. That's showing the efforts of Taiwan continue to provide data openness. Okay, so these factors attract the international company to set up their AI research lab in Taiwan, for example, Microsoft and Amazon. We are also will nurture 100 AI startups and provide many field trials for self-driving cars and robots, and also will build we call the sandbox environment to relax the regulation. AI industrialization. Okay, that's maybe the most of the ITRI's effort on focus on this topic. We heard a lot about the AI breakthrough technology, like deep neural networks, deep reinforcement learning. Breakthrough technology sounds great. However, it is more practical to let the AI landing. What that means to let AI landing? That means that apply the AI technology to various industry domains, such as this here, the smart machinery manufacturing, biomedical, green technology, agriculture, and circular economy. Okay, so we will, you know that in Taiwan, most of the companies, about more than 97%, about 1 million companies are SME, small and medium companies. Even we cultivate 1,000 talents, 10,000 talents, even 100,000 talents. It is still a huge shortage of the AI talent for the industry. So we try to solve this problem in 3 ways. The first is to develop AI-enabled equipment. AI-enabled equipment has the advantage of labor shortage and productivity improvement. And so you know that many companies manufacturing products, they need equipment. So the AI-enabled equipment will help them a lot. Okay. The second, just I said, we will nurture many startups. So these startups will develop a general solution and cloud service for each industry domain. And third, we will build AI ideas, that's so-called co-creation platform that leverage the resources of academia. I will talk about this co-creation platform in the third part of my talk. Okay. Next is AI technology and examples. Due to the limited resources and strong competitor worldwide, we have to very carefully select the applications we are going to develop. You always heard me talking about competition several times. That's because Taiwan mainly exports products and services. So we face the worldwide competition. Taiwanese people educate their children. Always said that you have to study hard and you should improve your skill and knowledge, or you will lose the competition. I have a daughter who studies chemistry in the in the universities. Last week she texted me, "Hey Dad, I broke my record. I didn't go to sleep for 2 days to prepare my final examination." Wow. So I text back, "Oh, poor baby. Please take care of yourself and go to bed earlier. And don't fail the final examination." So we just study hard and work so hard. Okay, the selection criteria include advantage in domain, data, technical, and semiconductor. For domain advantage, Taiwan is skilled at manufacturing. The demand is excellent after integration with the intelligent machine. For data advantage, we have plenty of manufacturing data, such as inspection images, process parameters, and the recipe data. And also, the health industry is well developed and rich in medical image and insurance data. Our scholars also have niche experience in pattern recognition, image processing, and machine learning. We also should leverage the semiconductor and hardware strengths of Taiwan to develop the AI-enabled edge computing device such as industrial robots, inspection equipment, and medical devices, and so forth. Okay, this page covers some AI breakthrough technology. I will not bother you too much in technical details, but give you some idea. But I always motivate myself that introduce the technology as clear as possible, and I will keep it simple. So if you cannot understand what I'm talking later, that will totally my fault. Okay. AI technology are not new at all. You have heard that neural networks, machine learning, language understanding, these technologies were developed for years. So what's the difference right now? Deep neural network, deep reinforcement learning. And what's deep? The multi-layer neural networks from 10 layers to hundreds of layers. In this example, it will 5-layer neural networks. Because deep, there are millions of parameters in the neural network. Each link stands for one parameter. So you have to need a large amount of data to train these parameters. Because deep, training these parameters need a lot of computational time. So you will need a powerful computer of GPU. Okay. So with the help of big data and a powerful computer, the training the deep neural network becomes possible. Actually, training the neural network is some kind to solve the mathematical linear algebra problem. We know that if we have 10 unknown variables in the equations, we have need to have 10 data to solve the equation. So if we have millions of unknown variables in the equation, we need millions of data to solve it. So it's just a simple, training the neural network is very simple, just like solving the mathematical problem. Take this example. I mentioned that the neural network works well for image classification. So how does it work? We will collect, say, thousands of images, and we want to classify to this image is a dog or a cat or a wolf or a car. Maybe we are distinguished in 4 classes. So we collect image, say, hey, this label it, this is a cat, this is a dog, this is a car, and this is wolf. And we input the image. If this is a dog image, we finally want to turn the dog neural is on and others are off. If this is a wolf image and the wolf neural is on, other is off. And after training 1,000,000 times, then we will input a unknown image. In this sample, this is maybe a dog image. And we input the image, then you will find out that the dog neural will on, and with the probability 98%. So it's most likely it is a dog image. This how does it work in a neural network? Okay. Basically, there are 4 AI breakthrough technology: deep neural network, deep reinforcement learning, generative adversarial networks, and Bayesian optimization. We already quite familiar with deep neural network, DNN. And the second is DRL, deep reinforcement learning. What is DRL? DRL enables a computer agent to learn in the interactive environment by try and error using the feedback of the action and experience. It uses reward and punishment as a signal for positive and negative behavior. Maybe explain the DRL, the best way is by a game. So I illustrate in the game in the right-hand side. This is a game called Pac-Man. It's quite famous when I was a young student. This yellow one is Pac-Man, and these 2 are ghosts. The Pac-Man, the target of the Pac-Man is try to eat all the food and avoid the eating by the ghost. Okay, so the environment, all the game is an interactive environment. And the Pac-Man, you can control the Pac-Man with the action left, right, up, down. So when the Pac-Man eats a food, you will get a reward. When it get killed by the ghost, it will get a punishment. Just like that, training, try and error. And finally, you will train all the computer agent, and you will play the game better than human. The reinforcement learning technology was proposed 30 years ago. It has useless until it integrates with the deep neural networks. It gets the breakthrough performance. Okay, so with the AlphaGo and AlphaZero use the DRL to train the computer agent to beat many professional Go masters. Okay. The third one is generated adversarial network GAN. Okay, it is coolest thing since sliced bread, said by Yang LeCun, the inventor of convolutional neural network. Yang LeCun is a very famous scholar in AI area. Okay, what is GAN? The GAN can create pictures and articles that you cannot tell is this created by computer, by GAN, or by a human. For example, these 6 pictures are all created by GAN. These 2, like the real person, right, is generated by GAN. So you cannot tell it's a fake picture or a real picture. And this zebra can be transformed to a horse and vice versa. And this is a Monet painting, and it can transfer to the photo style picture. So game things can create meaningful data, and maybe it can create like a work of art. So it is a really cool thing, right? Just like human can create things. GAN was proposed 2 years ago. Right now, it is a very hot topic in the AI area. So the basic idea of a GAN is that there are two neural networks over there. And one is called generator, and the other is discriminator. The generator tries to create a fake picture, say a monkey picture, and that will fool the discriminator. And the discriminator tries to distinguish which one is fake picture and which one is real picture. Then the iteration goes millions of times. So it will need a lot of real picture and powerful computation power. The fourth is Bayesian optimization. We know that many industry and financial problems are optimization problems, such as stock portfolio management, inventory management, machine scheduling, and gasoline branding, and so forth. Traditionally, these problems cannot be solved ideally with only heuristic approach. With the help of Bayesian automation and field data, we can get more optimal results. Other three technologies, DNN, DRL, and GAN, needs a large amount of data. On the other hand, Bayesian optimization are suitable for those applications with little data, such as chemical experiments, biomedical experiments. Of course, more data will make a more accurate results. Okay, are you okay? Am I boring you? Okay, thank you very much. You cheer me up. Okay, so next way I will introduce some applications, some examples that integrate these technology. Okay. First one is visual defect inspection. We know that it is very essential to make sure a product quality at the end of the manufacturing. In semiconductor industry, there are inspection machine automatically checking the defects of the wafers and IC. To avoid missing any defect in inspection, companies usually increase the sensitivity of the inspection machine, so therefore cause a large amount of false defects. Then the true defect and the ratio of the true defect and the false defect is about 1 to 9. So it's 9 times of false defect. So we need to verify the false defect and consume a lot of manpower to verify it. Thus that reduce the product efficiency. And then the deep neural network can solve this problem. So we have to collect say millions of inspection images to train the neural network. And in such application, the big issue is the data labeling. Data labeling is you have to tell that this is, before you train the neural network, you have to label the image that this is defect, this is not defect, defect, not defect. Because there is a visual ambiguity between defect and non-defect patterns. If we see this pattern, defect image, you cannot tell which one is defect and not defect. Even experience is better, will take time to tell the difference about them. So if we want to apply the deep neural network to this application, we have to develop an effective technique to shorten the data labeling process. That's very important. Okay. Another issue of this application that is the inference time of the deep neural network. Because the industry requirement that the inference image should be less than 10 milliseconds. And right now, the current deep neural network take too much computation time. It cannot meet the industry requirement. So we have to redesign the deep neural network architecture. Okay. Another example of manufacturing is self-learning robot. Current industry robot can only perform repeated and pre-scheduled tasks and cannot do the complex one. It is just kind of automation without any AI capability. And it also will take a robot engineer much time to program the robot. You know, in the metal processing industry, metal like the water flow, this is a metal object. You have to polish in, cutting the metal objects. In such industry, if you want the robot to grasp the metal object, a different metal object flexibly over cutting, polishing the metal object, like human, it is not possible. By the help of a DRL, the robot can do these jobs. Okay. As I said, that the DRL needs a large number of tries to collect data to train the computer agent. And the best way to train the computer agent is via the game. Just like I said, the Pac-Man game. So a game-like simulator is a significant factor, significant success factor in such application. The robot simulator imitates the real environment, and large number of tries can be done in a short period. When the computer agent learn quite well with the simulator, then we can put it into real environment to fine-tune the computer agent and adapt the real world. And you can see that this is a robot simulator, and this is a real environment. The robot arm is very like the robot arm in the real world, and there is a 3D CAD model very similar to the real metal objects. Then it maybe take a few days to train the computer agent in the simulator, then we will soon to adapt to the real world. So if we have the DRL technology, the self-learning robot can learn different skill, different kind of knowledge, just like human. Okay. Besides industrial robots, service robots such as warehousing robot, cleaning robot, cooking robot also can take the advantage of the DRL technology. Okay, this is a health. Okay, please.
A lot of these intelligent arms robots, they require learning process which has to be done on a fast pace.
Yeah.
Now, the computing capability now may not be up to about to what these things.
Okay.
However, quantum computing
Okay.
is the as you mentioned earlier the name of the game now.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you concerned that somebody who is putting more emphasis in developing the quantum computing process would reach the result that you are trying to achieve much faster if you just delay yourself, and you'll be out of the market in that process.
Okay.
So the should focus on the quantum computing process itself.
Okay, a very good question. You know that the first is that indeed simulator need to process with powerful computation power. Indeed, right now by the power of GPU, the simulator can learn quite well, quite quickly in the GPU environment. Especially, you know, the GPU developed by NVIDIA is a GPU farm with millions of CPU can be processed at the same time. So by the GPU, it learns quite quickly. And the second, how quickly do we need? Okay, by the industry demand. According to our industry requirement, that if we can learn in a computer within 1 week, it's okay. Right now, we can learn it within 3 days. So that's no problem in the speed. Another question is quantum computing. Okay, actually, quantum computing is totally different with the traditional computing. Maybe some problem can be well solved by the traditional computing, but some problem can be solved quantum computing. These are not exclusive. That's where parallel exists. We will in the future we will also have traditional computing. We will also have quantum computing. That not exclusive at all. Okay. Do I answer your question?
Well,
We'll keep the questions at the end better, so we can save some time.
Okay.
If you allow me, thank you.
Okay. This is a healthcare example. We already knew that the deep neural network work very well with the image analysis, so we could apply this technology to the medical image, right? Usually, a pathologic doctor can only read up 150 images. However, there are thousands of medical images generated a day and accumulated very quickly. So by the help of the AI technology, we can help the doctor to reduce their effort and increase the accuracy. In this example, diagnosis of diabetic retinopathy. Okay, the medical term always made me crazy. Retinopathy is the diabetic patient's retina will be fading and get worse and worse. Without treatment, the diabetic patient will blind. So it is very important to detect the retina syndrome as soon as possible. However, in Taiwan, half of the area are short of the ophthalmology doctor. Okay, so usually a diabetic patient visit a clinic and the non-ophthalmology doctor will advise the patient to go to a larger hospital for the retinopathy inspection. However, most of the patients didn't follow the instruction because the inconvenience. You will go to the large hospital by traffic or by train. It takes time. So the inspection rate is very low, about 20% right now. With the help of AI technology, the non-ophthalmology doctor can conduct the inspection and eliminate the inconvenience, and also resolve the shortage problem of the ophthalmology doctors. Okay, so by the help of this technology, we can increase the examination rate up to 50%, and also can reduce the healthcare cost a lot. Okay, another healthcare example or biomedical example is drug discovery. Okay. We know that drug development is a lengthy, complex, and costly process. It is a highly uncertainty that the drug will succeed, right? Normally, it mainly depends on the bio research, find out the possible compounds, and take lots of experiments and screen the candidate of drugs. We knew that our tissues or cancers are some kind of protein. So find out the compound protein interaction is the first step of drug development. And most of the compounds, about 95%, their interaction profile with the protein are unknown. So if we can predict a known compound protein interaction level, we can save lots of money and effort and time. So how do we do that? We can train a neural network with the known compound protein interaction from the open chemistry database such as Campbell or PubChem. After we train this neural network, we can input a known compound protein pair. Then it will predict the interaction level of this pair. So seems quite easy, right? However, that we knew that the deep neural network works well with image. Then the chemistry, not image, it may represent as a text string or 3D model. So we should transform the chemistry representation to the numerical data and train the neural network. Also, we have to understand what the interaction level stands for. So it is a project of a cross-discipline with the AI and the biomedical experts. Okay. This is a retail example. Okay. As I mentioned, that Taiwan has the highest concentration rate of convenience store, more than 10,000 stores in Taiwan. And it will need about 6 manpower each store for 24 hours open convenience store, because there will 2 people over there and 3 shifts, so you will need 4 manpower. So retailers face the serious labor shortage problem. Okay, and another problem is that sometimes the customer take time to wait in line and waiting for checkout. Okay, so since Amazon public is a mainstone at the Seattle, and at the end of the 2017, it became a big wave of a new retail. Okay. So the new retail without waiting in line, without checking, and customer can enjoy the just go out shopping experiences. And by the help of AI technology, such as computer vision, sensor fusion, and deep neural networks, we can achieve the accuracy about 98% to recognize the object grasped by the customers. And in such a store, there are many sensors in this store. For example, low sensor, and infrared sensor, a camera sensor, and Wi-Fi signals. Also that we will apply the deep neural networks for object detection, classification, face recognition, limb movement to achieve more higher accuracy for the complex shopping behaviors. Also, we want to help the hardware manufacturer in retail industry. You know that the market opportunity of the smart shelf equipped with the sensors and AI software. The market is about $40 billion in 2020, so it's a huge market. So our manufacturer post machine manufacturer want to transfer to the smart shelf equipment. Oh, this may be the interesting one, especially for me, finance, robot advice, because I want to retire more earlier if this is a success. Okay. The robot advisor provide financial advice and portfolio management without human intervention. Unlike traditional real finance agent, only serve a specific and a small amount of people. The robot advisor, on the other hand, can serve lots of people and can provide advice 24 hours a day and in a discipline. Also, it will improve the accuracy than real humans. Okay. Robot advisor could achieve 2 functions. One is market direction prediction using deep neural networks. The other is investment agent using deep reinforcement learning. For the market direction prediction, by combining the market transaction data and the structured data, such as company portfolio, finance report, we can predict the direction of the stock or bond indexes. Right now, the accuracy is about 70%, better than real human in average. And for investment agent, you know that playing stock market is like playing game if you have enough money. Okay, there are many historical data over there, and the reward and the punishment are very clear. You get reward as you earning money, and you get punishment as you losing money. So it seems that we can solve this problem by deep reinforcement learning, right? So what's the performance? Well, I just can say not good enough, but I push my team members very hard to achieve better performance. Just I said, I want to retire earlier if this is making big success. Okay. So maybe next time you invite me, I say no, I retire. That means that this is success. Okay, this is a self-driving car. This self-driving car is a very hot topic over the world. Not only the traditional car vendors such as Volkswagen, Nissan, Toyota, Renault, but also the ICT high-tech companies such as Google, Uber, Tesla put much resource on this area. So what's our advantage to do this, to develop the self-driving car? In 3 ways. First is to overcome the unique traffic and the weather condition in Taiwan. You have seen the scooter fall in Taiwan that you know that scooter drivers are fearless but with little driving skills. They will come from nowhere and suddenly drive beside you. So they are often happen the accidents. Right now, the foreign self-driving technology cannot solve this problem. And then also that there are special weather in Taiwan, such as typhoon and rainy day, rainy shower day, and many windy in Taiwan. So this condition can make us a unique data to train this model. The second is that we cannot compete with the general car manufacturing, compete with the car vendors. So we focus on the niche market. For example, the shuttle bus in the campus in the university or the last mile traveling. We also leverage our hardware strengths to develop the key components of the self-driving car, such as LiDAR, camera, and the sensor fusion module, and so forth. Okay. The last part of my talk, I will introduce Kaggle-like mechanics that link the industry needs and the academic resources. As I mentioned, that in Taiwan, most companies are about 97%, 1 million small and medium companies. So there is a huge shortage of AI talent for the industry. So we propose 3 ways to resolve the problem. First is develop the AI-enabled equipment. The second is nurture many startups. And third is leverage the resources of academia. Taiwan has a strong AI energy in academia, such as image processing, pattern recognition, and machine learning data mining. However, these resources are not fully utilized by the industry. So we want to build a platform that link them together to accelerate the AI application in Taiwan. Okay, we call this platform, co-creation platform, A-IDEA. It's a very good name, right? AI and idea, A-IDEA. Okay, A-IDEA assists enterprise to evaluate their needs of the AI application, and such that the academia AI experts can participate in the problem solving. And then the enterprise can cooperate with the best problem solving team to develop the solution very quickly. I mentioned at first that a successful AI vertical-oriented application should integrate 3 key elements: the domain experts, good quality of data, and AI technology. The industry has domain experts, and the academic has AI technology. And how about the good quality of data? And each plays an important role in this part. Each engage with the industry to identify the requirement and needs of the industry, and also do the data engineering works, such as data collecting, data cleaning, and data re-identification. Then we will upload this data into this platform and encourage the academia to solve this problem. So the academia can download this data and try to use the AI algorithm to solve this problem. Then it will submit to their algorithm, and we will evaluate this algorithm. Afterwards, the AI idea will match the industry and the best problem-solving team together and solve the problem together. So not only the industry can get a application solution as quickly and efficiently, also that this platform can be as a cultivation tool for AI talent. After this AI idea was launched last August, and right now it is not only leveraged by the industry and academic, but also the government department and other industry also leverage this AI idea platform. Okay, right now the AI idea has completed 40 industry cases in various domains, such as manufacturing, transportation, communication, biomedical. For example, the ASUS Corporation, it is a personal computer and notebook company. It wants to predict the inventory of the notebook components. And Taiwan Taxi Corporation, and it wants to predict the hotspot area of customers for the taxi drivers. And Tesco Corporation is a petrochemical company, wants to predict the risk level of SO2 pollution for the chemistry factories. And more than 10,000 scholars from 50 universities have joined the problem solving. Besides this platform also become the annual AI competition platform by Ministry of Education. Also has become a term project for many universities. So we think that the AI idea could lead the enterprise to overcome the obstacles, to overcome the difficulties of the AI technology and improve their capability. And we hope the AI idea could become 3 kinds of data set in the future: issue set, the industry issue set, and data set, and also talent sets. Okay, that's our vision of this AI idea platform. Okay, I will finish my talk. In this talk, I briefly introduce the Taiwan AI plan that will cover 5 major actions: talent, pilot project, international hub, future and AI industrialization. And also briefly introduce the AI breakthrough technology. I wish I could give you some idea and will not bore you very much. And some examples are shown here in various domains: manufacturing, healthcare, retail, finance, and transportation, and also AI idea platform. Okay, this is my talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Feng, and first of all, thank you for making the time to come from Taiwan to present a very interesting
Thank you, my
issue.
grand honor.
Appreciate it. So I think Dr. Feng did a really good job to cover the basis of AI, which is a new issue and it's a new field. And there's still a lot to talk about: technical issues, implications with regards to government, private sector, and policy implications too. But this was just an introduction. Hopefully we'll have future lectures that will talk more specifically about the tech specificities of AI. We'll open the floor right now to questions. Please state your name and your entity and your brief question, very direct.
My name is Adnan Al-Hamoud, consultant with the Ministry of Electricity and Water. My question here is, to do an AI, you have to have critical number of mass of people, of experts, to do a job like this. What is the procedures in terms of trickling down this information down to a level of syllabus in the universities where curriculum and courses are being taught? How is this process from the government planning? It goes down to whether it's in our case, PIAT, the Kuwait, the public training institute, or Kuwait University.
Okay. People say that there are three waves of AI. The first wave is about 1950s. That's the invention of neural networks. And second wave is about the 1970s. Is the invention of expert system. Right now is the third wave of AI. This wave of AI is different from before. Is that it was initiated by the industry, not by academia. And why? Because data. Academia without data. Data owned by the enterprise. So I have to say that the data is the most important thing in this AI big wave, especially the good quality of data. So without data, it's hard to do the variable applications. Back to your questions that of course, as I said, the AI technology are not new at all. So in university or college, they already have some courses for machine learning. It basically is a machine learning, especially just for more deep and more data. But it is the background of this knowledge is machine learning, supervised learning, and supervised learning, reinforcement learning, something like that. So, so the education part is no problem, but academic needs data. So we create an AI idea platform to let them have the data to practice. So in this AI web, we were more focused on the enterprise part, because enterprise know their question. You forget the AI at the beginning. You just think about what is my problem and what is my amenity of enterprise. Find out the problem and the requirement. Then you try to think that is the AI can solve this problem. Okay. Of course, the on-job training is very important. Just as I said, the Taiwan AI action plan cover the one major is AI talent program on on-job training. These are 1,000 at least 10,000 developers all are on-job training, not for academic. Okay.
Dr. Abdullah Al-Ajil, Ministry of Health. Well, the artificial intelligence depends majorly on the data set or the database, so can work properly. And for Ministry of Health, we are about to establish a centralized database. And usually in this database, we consider a lot of dimensions: statistical, epidemiological, technical, data quality, and so on. So, does your center have the experience in this field? So, in establishing a very strong and sophisticated and scientific data set, centralized national-wise? Thank you.
That's very good question. That at the beginning of the AI action plan, we proposed that to government we should build a nationwide database, either in medical images or for manufacturing inspection image. However, there's a lot of private issue, especially for healthcare. The private issue is in Taiwan, the many people concerned about privacy. So finally, the government did not adapt our proposal. However, the Ministry of Science and Technology, they have the authority to convince the university, especially the medical school. So they have a project to build a nationwide. Right now, it's medical image. Okay, from different universities, medical school like Taiwan University and Taichung University. They all have the medical school, and they put their medical image into the. We have an infrastructure national. We have an infrastructure. It's a nation network center. They put all their image over there and well labeled. Right now, this is I think this is the second year of the project. So indeed, we will. The government want to build their central database over there. besides the medical image, we're talking about the statistical data, other data of the healthcare. Because the medical image can be re-identified. We don't know this is whose image of the retina or lung, because we don't know that. But the statistical data, somehow we will know who is it. So we have to do the re-identification. So we have another project to develop the re-identification technology. And whenever all the insurance data and the statistic data come to the re-identification process, you will know whose data it is or identify who is the person.
Hi, my name is Reem Al-Fahed. I'm a researcher with the London School of Economics. My question is regarding the public opinion of AI. So you gave a great overview of AI at the institutional levels. I'm curious, what's been the general reaction from the public towards things like self-driving cars?
Personal opinion, I think it may take more 10 years that the self-driving car will mature. It can demo in the control area or some normal situation, but you heard a lot of the Uber accident and the Tesla accident. So right now the discussion is just for curiosity, but I don't think that the self-driving car will come to reality in these 2 years or 5 years. But it didn't answer your question about how the public solved it. Well, depends. For their suburban area or remote rural area people without any traffic or inconvenience in traffic, the self-driving car can help a lot. And for the drunk people, sorry, you cannot drink in Kuwait. In Taiwan, Taiwanese like to drink, especially in the holidays or Chinese New Year. That will help them a lot. Actually, the purpose of self-driving car to reduce the accident. According to the experience of the neural network in classified image, I think that self-driving car is maybe better than human drivers.
My name is Malik Hussein, Professor Electrical Engineering Department. I will ask a simple question.
Simple question is the most difficult to
Everybody now
answer.
probably familiar with the application of artificial intelligence. What is definition of artificial intelligence? AI, what's the definition of AI?
What it means?
Yeah, what does it mean? Explain what is the concept of artificial intelligence? We know how it's used, but what is artificial intelligence? It puzzled many scientists and researchers to this day.
You know, if you Google search the AI, you will lots of pages. I will say that there are two classifications of AI: is the weak AI and strong AI, right? I believe that
what is AI? Let's not divert from the
Okay.
basic. What is AI?
okay, AI is by the McKinsey definition, the AI is the computer will behave or think or do the things like human. It lists some examples such as vision, speech, robotics, and planning, and induction. That's a definition of the father of the AI. Brain. It's just like imitate the human behavior. Okay.
The uses of technology application on behalf of human activities. We can define it like that.
Thank you.
But I have a question about the institution identity. My name is Mubarak, Dr. Mubarak عودة للروائية المجلس الوطني للثقافة والفنون. I have a question about the identity of the institution in here, about the budget. How, because this is a non-profit.
ISRI, okay. I mentioned that ISRI had an annual budget about 700 million US dollars, right? That's just for ISRI, this organization.
Right.
And for the Taiwan government AI
Yeah.
action plan project, how many budget in there? I will transfer to the US dollar. It's about 100 billion Taiwan dollars, maybe
No,
three.
I'm not talking
3 billion.
about numbers. I'm just talking about the percentage. Is it from the government or private?
From government, all from government. The Taiwan AI action plan are all from government. Okay. Each budget is half of the budget from government
Okay.
and half from the private sector. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Dr. Lubna Akasha from Kuwait Foundation for the Advancement of Sciences. I have a question regarding the robo-advisor for finance. Does it account for the daily news? A lot of the analysts on financial planners, they monitor the daily news on things that's happening, whether politically or economically or social. And that impacts their decision on how to trade and when to trade. So does the robo-advisor has that capability of monitoring the news like that?
Okay. It's very difficult to answer this question in two ways. You know that in financial analysis, there's two trends. One is for technical analysis. One is for basic analysis. Technical analysis just for the line of the average line or MACD line, such like that. And basic analysis for the economic events and the profile and the revenue, something like that. Which is better? I didn't know, but in our cases, we combine these two. As I said, we combine technical transaction data and the unstructured data, such as financial report and the company profile, and also the major event before. Okay, we take into account all these factors. Okay. Right now, the performance, I think that's okay. 70% average, better than human, I think. Thank you.
I think I was amazed really as a person. My name is Mohammed Al-Attar. I'm a senior advisor, former senior advisor to KPPC DG. Thank you very much for your very, very informative lecture today.
Thank you.
I was amazed with all your achievements in science and technology as a small country with no resources, natural resources, and yet you are where we are right now. And this is amazing. Now, my question has to do with the origin of Taiwan. To become as effective as you are right now in science and technology, what did you do first? Did you have to work on your government to make it science friendly, or you worked on educational system to make it science friendly, and because of that, you are where you are right now? Thank you.
Ambassador Mo, can you answer the question for me?
I think that Taiwan emphasized, based on our constitution, education is a very important part of the budget, especially from the local level. The percentage needs to be reached 30%. That means that the education is number one, to bring up the talent for the high-tech technology training. Over all this past half century, longer than that. And that is why also in that moment, the government has a very strong team to emphasize on this technological development in the school, in the campus. So I think that your question is actually, you already give us the same analysis of the answer. That is, the good teamwork between the government and also the policy of the whole national education system together.
When I introduced Taiwan, I only used one sentence. During past 40 years, we did a lot of right things at the right time. The simple sentence covered many aspects: education, policy, and ecosystem of the manufacturing. Especially in that time, that there is a Wintel, the personal computer, rise up, and Taiwan occupied the position for OEM and ODM. Is there another chance we can catch the opportunity? I don't know, but the AI seems a big opportunity for us. Okay. Maybe I will consult our think tank that maybe write down that why Taiwan can come to this position, then send to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor, for your lecture. Actually, I'm one of the skeptical people about AI because it means
Please just state your name and your entity, please.
My name is Mona Bseso. I'm an economic consultant with Kuwait Direct Investment Promotion Authority. Our goal is to attract investment to enhance technology transfer into Kuwait. I think AI is one of the technologies that are imposing themselves in our everyday life. But from what you have said, I have two issues. First, we at the age of open source and open knowledge, but I didn't see integration with other organizations or what. This is a state, and you are following that already. You are part of the global open knowledge rosters, right? So it doesn't start somewhere and end there. It's vital and continuous AR breakthroughs within Taiwan and elsewhere in the world. Because I think the start was with Dr. Watson with IBM, right? The very first AI.
Yeah.
The other thing is the reflection on human being. Okay, you nurture talents for that, but what is going to be? You are eliminating a whole set of jobs. And what are the human beings? And I think think tanks should consider, what are we going to be? Are we going to turn into robots or redundant? What are we going to do? If a robot will take my place and take the place of a doctor, a lawyer, a driver, a pilot, what will the human beings do with 7 billion in the world? What? Migrate to Mars? Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe I just can only first question. The second question is very hard to answer in not my territory because I am a technical guy. Okay. Indeed, as I mentioned, Taiwan is not a pioneer, and there are many good technology in the open source. Actually, you know that our scholars in Taiwan that they always say that if I don't follow the archive of the AI, they will lose everything because this is an open source, it's an open environment. So that's I think that's a advantage for Taiwan because we can leverage the open source, leverage the technology, and we have the unique data and modify these open source and adapt to the Taiwan industry. That's my point. But I don't know if that answer your question. Of course, right now many experts looking for the really new breakthrough technologies such as general AI, like DeepMind, are going to develop. You want to develop a computer agent can learn all the knowledge from scratch without the prior knowledge. I think it's a very ambitious project, but as ITRI, the role of ITRI, our important role is to help the industry to improve their technology, improve their product. So we're looking forward to short to midterm research results, maybe 3 years to 5 years, not the 10 years left. Okay, so that might be the duty and the responsibility of the academy for the basic research. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation. I really appreciate your efforts to simplify.
Please, your name and your entity.
Yes, sorry. I'm Riyad Bisbis from the Amana, خبير فتح. Also, I appreciate your this value that you said when you said that when trying to simplify to us. You said if you don't understand that it is totally my fault. You know what? If our Arab teachers believe in that, we will be sure that we put our first step in the right road of reform, education reform. So I congratulate you for that. My question now, and I will begin from the ending of the gentleman there when he said that your strength is your education system. So our weaknesses, as most of Arab countries, is our education system. So if I suggest to you, and beginning by what you called idea. I see that you have mentioned all domains, and you don't have, and you miss education. Maybe it is normal because for Taiwan, education is not a problem. But for us, it is a problem. So my question is, do you think that you can conceive project using many sensors, artificial intelligence tools with each variable techniques, deep learning, etc., to identify weaknesses in our student performance, in our teachers' practices, and help us as Arab country to enhance our education system so we can go we can be on the road of advanced technology, etc. Thank you.
I'm not talking about the basic research. I'm talking about the apply AI technology to various industry domain. Okay. You have to very clearly understand what the domain problem. So I said that the AI application integrates the domains per quality data and AI technology. You will find the technology is the least significant, and the most important is the domain knowledge and the quality of data. I have to say that. For a technical guy, it's hard to say that the technology is not important. But in AI era, indeed, the situation is true that the AI technology is the least important compared with the two key elements. So why do we build up the AI idea? We want to put the university students or scholars to understand the domain problem and how to deal with the data. Okay, then you will apply the technology. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Dr. Fang. The last question, I'll be a devil's advocate and ask you, who do you think will win the war on R&D with regards to AI, the East or the West? Recently, Bloomberg announced that...
It's a trick, right? I don't answer this question.
Because Bloomberg recently announced past 2 weeks...
on the table talk about that.
Yeah, because Bloomberg recently announced past 2 weeks that the US is decreasing its interest/investments in AI.
Okay.
So I find that peculiar. I mean, maybe you can comment on the next trends for the 5-10 years upcoming with regards to AI.
Sorry. It's hard to answer. We'll talk maybe on the table about that. Thank you.
Okay, we'll leave it as is then. Thank you for your no comment. Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
Sorry.
We're not talking about politics here.
Okay.
My name is Hamid Al-Tahiri. I'm from Kuwait University. I don't need that. I think everybody can hear me. You're across from what? 10, 20 miles away from mainland, which is...
From Taiwan, sorry.
No, I understand you're from Taiwan. Your relationship with the second largest country, not in the largest population, but in terms of the resources, the competition there, or maybe the collaboration between the two sides. Is there any clear collaboration? Because they are investing massive, and they are rich, much richer than Taiwan, and the resources also.
Yeah.
I
agree with you that.
I know there's
just as I said, Taiwan export products and services. The Taiwan market of Taiwan is too small, cannot sustainable.
Right.
So we have to explore all the opportunity. I totally agree with you. So we have to cooperation with any other, even in China, in Korea, in Japan, and all countries. I agree with that.
Is there a agenda in your? Well, yeah. Now
Okay,
answer
sorry.
my question.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fang, and thank you for the audience. We will close this session, and please feel free to have a
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.